morning, my dear students. I hope you are all are good. I welcome you, all of you, to Sri Vidyananda School. It is pleasure to invite you on behalf of English department. Today, we are going to discuss supplementary. So, what is a supplementary? We must know it. Supplementary is an additional part which is given to taste with poem and prose. So generally it must be a story or else a play. So now here we got the supplementary, third supplementary, the first patient. So it is also a kind of play. It is not a story. So they are given as a play. So actually it has to be executed in the classrooms as a characters. So it will make us to enjoy while we do it in the classroom. But unfortunately, we couldn't do it. So let us see the third story, the first patient. So who is the author? So who is the author and why the title is given first patient? Which clearly we can get some idea because the story maybe was around in the hospital. So, who is the author here? C.V. Burgess. It means Christopher Victor Burgess. So, actually, he is a humorous writer. He has written many number of humorous stories. This number of stories really actually concentrates more number of characters, and the stories are based on emotions. And his famous work, what are the famous works are? Short plays for a large classes, and teach yourself speech training, classroom playhouse, verse in action. So these are the very famous play written by the CD. Here, the first patient. So let us discuss. Before going into the story, outline of the story, first we must know the strange words, hard words, what is given in the book bag. Let us see the glossary. So we should know the meaning of these words. Then it is easy to understand the story. So first one, groaning. Groaning, what is meaning? Crying in pain. So with sound, more sound. It's not only crying, with pain. That is called groaning. So dreadful. Dreadful means extremely very bad. It's not totally bad. That is called dreadful. It means very dangerous. Extremely dangerous. Iced lollies. Ice, what is ice lollies? It's a flavored ice. Flavored means adding taste, like vanilla, chocolate, biscuit, pista, badam, like flavored ice or ice cream on a stick. So which is used as like cone, a bar which is on the stick, that is called ice lollies. So flavored means giving taste to something, particular taste, that is called flavored. So weenie tug. Weenie means small pulling something into small. Weenie tug. While you pull something very softly and gently, that we have to say weenie tug. Next, gas. Gas, the word is used in the story. It means anesthesia. What is anesthesia? It is a drug which is given to the patient to go with painless. For example, if you are going to take your tooth, so if they give anesthesia to your mouth, then there won't be any pain over there. That is called a local anesthesia. So general anesthesia is also there. What is general anesthesia? You are given the general anesthesia, totally you will become unconscious. So, but local anesthesia giving a particular part that will go painless, that will go senseless. That is called anesthesia. So next is scream. Scream, it is a very funny thing. So it's a funny thing. We call it as a scream. Next, ferry. Ferrying means carrying something. Where it means very strange. Strange is unknown, unfamiliar. That is called strange. So that is not known already. I met a stranger. Means that's unknown, unfamiliar. Writhing, it is twisting the body from side to side. It's twist the body from side to side, left to right, left, right. It is called is a good thing. Agony, it is a severe pain, mental pain or a pain. That is called agony. So agony is mental pain or a severe pain somewhere is called agony. So it is, you have to remember this word, agony. Sulking means being sad and silent. Sulking means totally being sad and keep very silent. That is called sulking. Blurred, it is not clear. It's hazy. So while we take the photograph, if you shake the camera, then you get the clear picture. That is called blur. Okay. So these are the glossary. Before going to the story, we must know. Let us see the main characters of the play. What are the main characters? Men, 1 to 8. There are 8 men in the play, and women 1 to 8. It means 8 women are in this play, and a nurse, and a dentist, and a little girl, Dorothea. Her name is Dorothea. Small boy named Maurice. So these are the characters involved in the play. So now let us see the outline of the play. Actually, now you might have got some idea where it takes. Actually, the play goes in a dental hospital. So patients are waiting for a dentist. So some of them, men and women, some of them are reading some magazines. So man number 4 also waiting there, but he was waiting. He was tied a bandage around his jaw and he was crying with pain. So man number 4 waiting there, and at that time woman 4 and 5 enters. Woman 4, 5 and 6 enters, and man 3 also enters in the play. So woman 5 started saying that we have to wait for some time. That is 6 says yes, we have to wait. So the woman 5 always concentrates on showing the photographs. So for where she had gone for holidays. So from her bag she took and started showing the photographs to the woman 6. So and our remaining characters all are entering into the room, and so they are waiting for the dentist. So the dentist suddenly came and the nurse also came. When they reached into the surgery room, he was called a first patient. The first patient was Joe. Okay, Joe is the character name of the first patient. Emily is the another character, that is woman 1, wife of Joe. She has to be weighed. Okay, he called the first patient, and when he entered the surgery room, so the nurse came out and exits the surgery room and went over there, and after that she carried a huge hammer. You know what is hammer? She carried a huge hammer into the surgery hall. So then when carried that, everybody saw that she was carrying hammer. What is she going to do? That all those things she carried. In that character already they entered the woman 7 and woman 8. So woman 7 brought the little girl Dorothea, and woman 8 brought the will come with Maurice. This character is also sitting over there, and at the time the nurse carried a hammer. Okay, all the patients thought that so he is going to use the hammer to take out the tooth. So after some hitting noise, suddenly they thought like this. Then again, what happens? Again the nurse came out and started exiting to the surgery room and to send and had gone some place. When she went there, and she carried some pliers. Pliers, it is like a cutting plier which could pull out something. So after looking, everybody that stood still and silence, but Emily started crying, "Oh Joe, what a way they are going to pull out the tooth." So she thought like that. Everybody became so silent. So, and there is a metal sound, screech sound goes over there. So eating sound and metal pulling sound, screech noises are going there. So everybody thought, so he is using the hammer and pliers to pull it. So after some time, again nurse came out and she carried axe blade, which could cut. She carried axe blade. So after looking this, all of them thought he is going to take using the hammer, pliers and axe. So after looking this, the man 7 started saying he is using all the tools to do that. So when this was heard by these two, immediately they said, I don't have any toothache now. So little girl said to her mother, I don't have any pain. I just want to get rid of the school. That's why I told you I have a toothache. And next, the boy also told, no, I don't have the pain. I just told you to get rid of the school. So both of them never wanted to go to visit the dentist because of they thought that the dentist is using the hammer and everything. So finally one by things like this and everybody gets out. But the woman 5 always concentrates on showing the photographs. But everybody moved out. Some of the women and they exit the dental hospital. But still there was a woman 5 sitting with the photograph. She started showing the photograph to next one. But everybody moved out. At the time dentist came out. When the dentist came out and suddenly, surprisingly, he said, I found the key under the phone directory. So I totally wasted my time. So because of opening the cabinet, toolbox. Actually, what was the sound? That was the opening of the toolbox. So they tried to open the toolbox. That is the sound. At the time, Joe came out and they Emily asked, are you alright? Yes, I am alright. But now I got late, so I made an appointment in the evening. So we will come in the evening. So this is the outline of the play. This play. It is the outline of the play. Now let us see in detail. Okay. Scene. Actually, see where it happens. When the curtain rises, the following characters are seated in a dentist's waiting room. Women 1 to 8 and men 1 to 8. Some of them are reading magazines or newspapers. Man 4 has a rough bandage tied around his jaw. He is holding the bandage and groaning. Man 3, woman 5, woman 6 are just entering the waiting room. So woman 5 started the conversation. What is the conversation? We will have some time to wait before the dentist sees us, dear. Reply the woman 6. So I see. Woman 5. But I will show you some of my holiday photographs to pass the time. When the scene is open, conversation between the woman 5 and woman 6. Already they entered the waiting room. Woman 5 and 6. What woman 5 says? Dentist will take some time to come. Until that, I will show you some photographs what I have taken while going to holidays. The woman 5 says, so I will show you the holidays. The woman 5 always concentrates on showing the photograph throughout the play. Okay. Man 3, woman 5 and woman 6 sit. Woman 5 takes a packet of photographs from her handbag. Throughout the play, she concentrates on showing her photographs. Man 5. What time do you make it, Jack? Man 6. Almost 8:30. The dentist should be along any moment now. Woman 6. Isn't it dreadful hour of the morning to see a dentist? I am not awake yet. Man 5. I hope he won't be long. I am going to be late for work anyway. Man 6. Something should be done about dental loss. I have always said so and I will go on saying so. The conversation between the man 5 and the man 6 and the woman 6. So what they say, we have to wait for the doctor, arrival of the doctor. He may arrive at any point of the time. But that man 5 says, definitely, I hope he will come soon. But definitely today I am going to work late. So that was the discussion went among the character 5 and man 5 and man 6 and woman 6. Yes. Nurse, now nurse enters. Woman 6, good, the dentist should be long now. Woman 5, and this is one of the boarding houses at Battling on the Sea, or boarding house. Those are the steps I fell up. We nearly died laughing. Woman 6, it looks quite a nice place. Woman 5, oh, it was, and the landlady was a dear. Nurse enters. When the nurse entered, immediately woman 6 started saying the doctor may be at any moment. So at the time, woman 5 took the photograph. This was boarding house where we stayed here and near the water. And she said the landlady was very close to me. She was very nice, and the woman 6 said yes, it's a very good photograph, and she looked very quiet. Woman 5 shows another photograph. This is one of hers. You can't quite see her face. You see my finger got in the way, but she has such a nice face. Woman 6, yes, I am sure she has. Woman 5 shows another photograph. So when you show that is included, that was the landlady's photos. Landlady photos. The woman 6 says, yes, she looks nice in this photograph. So there is enter woman 7 and the little girl. Woman 7, oh, do come along, Dorothea. Little girl, I don't want to see the dentist. I won't. Woman 7, now, Dorothea, remember what your daddy said. If you won't have your teeth seen to, no more ice lollies. Little girl, I don't want any ice lollies. Here, woman 7 enters with the little girl, Dorothea. So, talking was going on, but little girl doesn't want to meet the dentist. But mother says, if you want the ice lollies, you have to come and visit the dentist. Otherwise, I will complain about you to your dad. So you come and see. But she replied, I don't want to see the dentist, said the Dorothea. The little girl is dragged to her seat by woman 7. She sits weeping. Man 4 groans loudly. Woman 4. Here the dentist. Woman 3 and about time to. Now dentist enters and calls the patient one by one. And what he called, could I have the patient, first patient. Dentist, could I have the first patient please? Exit dentist into surgery. Woman 1, that's you Joe. Man 1 and woman 1 stand. Yes, that's me. Woman 1, now make sure he pulls out the right one, Joe. Man 1, I will. Woman 1, goodbye Joe, I will wait for you. Dentist called the first patient. Who was the first patient? That was Joe. His wife was Emily. So woman 1, she stood and started saying, you are the first patient, you go and see. You just ask him to pull out the right tooth, appropriate tooth. So you can maybe concentrate on the particular tooth. She suggested him. She said, okay, I'll be alright, you don't worry. He said goodbye and entered into surgery room. He entered into surgery room. Yes. Exit man 1 into surgery. Woman 1 sits. Woman 2. I believe the dentist is ever good so. Woman 3. Yes, he took out 6 for Mrs. Johnstone and she never felt a thing. Enter woman 8 with the small boys. Here goes between woman 2 and woman 3. Conversation goes between the woman 2 and the woman 3. So woman 2 says, I believe he is very good dentist because yes, she also says yes. Last time she took out 6 for Mrs. Johnstone without any pain. This conversation was going between the two. Enter woman 8 with the small boy. Woman 8 now marries. There is nothing to be afraid of. Small boy, I am not afraid. Woman 8, just a little pull and ever such a weeny tug and all the pain will be gone. Small boy, there is no need to treat me like a boy, baby. I am not afraid of your dentist. Woman 8, now sit down quietly, Maurice, and I am sure the nice dentist won't be long. Small boy, I think I'll get magazine. I feel like reading. Now the woman 8 enters with the Maurice into the eating hall and saying, you don't never bother about, never worry about the dentist. The boy replied, I am not a baby. You don't never. I never got frightened. I never get worry about visiting the dentist. So you don't think like that. I want to read like a magazines. I'll go on and take the magazines. Says Maurice to his mother. Okay. The small boy goes to the table and looks through the piles of magazines and newspapers. So woman 8, all right dear, just as you like. Woman 8 sits. Yes. Man 5, I am going to ask for gas. I will never forget the last time. Man 1, I knew a chap once. He asked for gas. It was the last time he ever asked for anything. Is that fact? Is that a fact? Conversation goes between the man 5 and 1. Man 5 says, I am going to ask anesthesia. I told you what is anesthesia in the glossary. So anesthesia is the which is going to take. So which if you get, you will become insensitive in that area. That is called anesthesia. So I am going to ask a gas. So I don't want that pain. And the man one says, yes, last time I know that young boy, he also got anesthesia. So he said nothing had happened. So man to ask, is it right? Is it fact? Is it real? He asked like this. So enter nurse from surgery. She walks across the stage and exit left. Man 4, I shouldn't ask for gas or any of these drug either. It's unnatural, I say. I give me the old patient method. You can have them. I will have it without the pain. Nurse enters from surgery. She walks across the stage and exits left. There, man 4 and man 5 were talking. I am not going to ask any gas. Man 4 says I am always going to ask in natural way. But man 5 says I don't ask like this. I am going to ask anesthesia. I want without a pain. So painless. Woman 5, and you will love this one dear. Woman 6, I am sure I will. Woman 5, it is one of me riding a donkey along the stands. Oh, I say. Woman 5, isn't it a scream dear? I sat on it the wrong way round just for the laugh. Woman 5 started showing the photograph, another photograph that was riding on a donkey. And I fell over there. There was a huge fun happened over there. That was a nice one. Actually, we enjoyed in the holidays. So, yes. Enter nurse left carrying a large hammer. She crosses the stage and goes into the surgery. She carried nurse now carried a large hammer to the surgery hall. Man 6, was that a hammer was she carrying? Man 7, I have seen dentists use some queer tools. Well, if it wasn't hammer, I should be attending an eye specialist not a dentist. Woman 5, I hope he is not going to use it. Man 3, it's a peculiar thing to have in a surgery. Man 6 says, wasn't she carrying the hammer? Man 7 says, I have seen some of the, man 7 says, I have seen some of the dentists use some strange tools to pull out the tooth. And woman 5 says, no, I don't think so. He's going to use this tool. She says, but man 7 says, I have seen some dentists use this kind of strange tools to pull out of the teeth. The sound of hammering is heard from the surgery. Everyone looks at the surgery door and then at one another. Woman 1, oh, my poor Joe. Oh, what will I do? Standing. Woman 2, I shouldn't worry. The dentist probably knows what he is doing. Woman 1, yes, but does Joe? Surely he is not hammering on the poor Joe's tooth. Woman 2, now sit down, don't excite yourself. I am sure Joe is quite alright. So woman 1 says, my poor Joe is inside, is he going to use a hammer? Woman 2 says, you never bother about those things. I know he is not going to use the tool. So he will be alright. Joe will be alright. You never bother about those things. Woman 2 says to woman 1. Woman 1 sits. There is more hammering from the surgery. Woman 1 is about to stand, but woman 2 restrains her. Woman 2, there, dear, do sit down quietly. Man 5, I don't like the sound of that. Man 4, I shouldn't worry. These dentists know what they are doing, I hope. And again conversation between woman 2 and man 5 and man 4. So they discuss each other. Definitely he knows what he is doing. What he is doing is right. Definitely he knows, the dentist knows what I am doing. So that won't be any problem. But the man 5 said, I don't like the sound of eating that something, hammering sound. I don't like that. He said like that. Yes. Enters from the surgery and walks across the stage and out. Everyone watches her in silent. Woman 7, she didn't look very worried anyway. Woman 8, no. It's the patient who worries. Woman 7, I say let him worry. Worry is natural. It never did anyone harm. Woman 1, I wish you wouldn't talk like that with my poor Joe in there. Maybe everything agony. Enter nurse left. She is carrying a large pair of pliers. She walks across the stage and into the surgery. Man 4 groans and everyone groans after him. Woman 1 watches in horror. She stands as the nurse exits into the surgery. Woman 1, no, it can't be true. They can't do this, Joe. Not to my Joe. The woman. So now the nurse carried a pliers. Pliers is like a cutting plier, like that, pulling something in. Okay. So when she saw that, everybody became very silent, looking at the nurse. While they looked at the nurse, so Emily became frightened, very horror. She looked in horror that something was going to happen. But it should not happen to me, Joe. I feel so. Yes. Woman 2 forces woman 1 back into her seat. Woman 2, there. Don't upset yourself, dear. There is nothing to worry about. Woman 1 starts weeping and sobbing. Woman 1 started crying because she thought that they used the pliers and hammers to take out the tooth of Joe. A bit big, wasn't it? Man 3 says, a bit, wasn't it? Man 4, nothing to what they used in the old days. I heard a chap once, the roots of whose teeth were wrapped around his jawbone. He was 5 hours in the chair. Once I heard it that the man before says, once I heard that in the ancient periods they used to do like this, and I also heard he was around here, took around 5 hours to remove the tooths. So that may happen, man before says. Okay. None the worse for it. He says, 3 says, nothing is going to happen any worse. There is a sudden screech of metal from the surgery. Woman 1 gasps with horror and is about to make a dash for the surgery door. When she is dragged back by woman 2, man 4 groans loudly. The small boy and the little girl at the table start a fight about magazine. They both want. Woman 8 and woman 7 attempt to separate them through all this noise. Woman 5 is still trying to show her photographs. It's mine. It's mine. Small boy. No, it's mine. I saw it first. Woman 7, sit down, Dorothea. Sit down. Be quiet. I will tell your daddy about this. Then there will be trouble. Really, it is the last time I will bring you anywhere. Okay. Really, it's the last time I will bring you anywhere. Little girl, see if I can. Woman 6, I wish some people would keep their children under control. There is a fight between the Dorothea and Maurice. Both were fighting. Woman 7 and woman 8, they are trying to separate them. Both were fighting. At last, woman 8 controlled this and asked the Dorothea and Maurice to sit down. Woman 6 says we have to make control of children. We have to be under our control. So woman 6 says that. At the last, little girl and a small boy settle into their seats. They are both sulking. Man 2, there should be a special waiting room for children. The metallic screech is heard again from the surgery, fresh sobs from woman 1. At last, finally, they settled down. Dorothea and Maurice sat, and after that, woman 1 started crying now because they had the screech sound. They heard the screech sound from the surgery hall, so she started crying now. Woman 1, I can't stand it. Oh, Joe. Man 4 groans. Small boy, what was that noise, mommy? Woman 8, don't ask awkward questions. Maurice, man 7, I will tell you, little boy, that noise was man having tooth out. That's how it is going to sound when you have yours out. Only much louder, because then it will be inside your head. Woman 6, what a thing to tell a small boy. Man 6, disgusting. It will do the lad good. Bring him up. Natural, I always say. Yes. The small boy started asking his mother, actually, what was the sound? Immediately the man 7 explained. He explained that the dentist was taking out the tooth from the mouth. It is going to happen to you also. When the tooth is taken out, you will hear this sound in your head. So immediately, woman 6, you don't know what to say to a small boy. Don't make the small boy to frighten. So don't do like this. Immediately, she says, no, I just bring him to be natural. So that I told, man 7 says like this. Small boy, oh mommy, take me to school. Quick, take me to school. Woman 8, take you to school? What on the earth do you mean? Small boy, I haven't got toothache at all. I was only joking. I just wanted to get off school, take me to school. Mummy, please. Immediately the small boy started saying, Mummy, take me to school because I don't have any problem. I just wanted to get rid of the school. That's why I told you I have a toothache. Really, I don't have a toothache. Please take me to school. He asked. His mother scolded him. What do you think of this and everything? But the boy wanted to go back to school because he doesn't have any toothache. He just made a drama that he has a toothache. The little boy asked his mother to take him to school. Everyone laughs after listening this line. So let us continue this in next session. Okay. Thank you so much indeed. So I request you to watch the videos from beginning to end. Okay, to understand you better. Don't skip any lines. After listening, you go through the once again in the book also. Thank you so much indeed.